Muta, I mean, his psychology is still top notch and
the match
is almost untouchable.
You know, the match started off tremendously slow, but I don't mean that in a bad way, American fans. Tanahashi, basically every current corner, it's like he knew exactly to be one step ahead of Muto. Yeah. He worked Muto's knees, but the roles were reversed later on as Muto then started working Tanahashi's knees.
Nobody breaks out a dragon screw better than Keiji Muto, and I will...
In fact,
you can just...
He did one off of the apron, which was one of my favorite spots of the show.
He did it off the apron, he did it off the top rope, he did it through the ropes. It's one of his trademark maneuvers, and that's one thing that he can't be touched on. Because this match was really good. It had the big match feel for being the main event. I really enjoyed it. One thing with Muto, when he was getting his leg work, it's just one thing we worked about. There's certain people that can do less selling than others. Like we said, less is more. You don't always have to clutch your knee and scream in agonizing pain the entire time.
Yeah, you don't also always have to do a Ricky Morton babyface.
If you've seen Muto's work in the past 5 years, you know he doesn't hardly have any leg left. I mean, his right leg is gone. So you understand that. You understand where he's going. So less is more when it comes to Muto selling, mostly. But one thing is when the roles were reversed and he had Tanahashi in the figure four, which he was working the shit out of this figure four. Because you don't see anybody work harder in the figure four than Keiji Muto. And he's not in it. It's not like Tanahashi has him in it. He's the one that's putting the pressure on Tanahashi. And he's working the son of a bitch. And he's the only guy I know that grunts and pulls and yanks as much as he can in the figure four. It's a lost art.
And I think the overarching storyline with the knees was a great, parallel story. This definitely had the main event feel, whereas a lot of this show didn't have the feel that you would expect from such a colossal show as a Tokyo Dome event. And you gotta say too, this doesn't necessarily tie into the ring work itself, but both of these guys have fantastical elements about them. I mean, you have Muta, formerly the Great Muta, with the mist and the cartoon caricature face paint, and then you have Hiroshi Tanahashi with the Final Fantasy hair. So these guys are like mythic characters out there battling.
Yeah, I've never understand where Tanahashi goes with his hair, but I mean, how many Japanese wrestlers do you know that are really good that have the most ridiculous goddamn hair? I mean, it's Japanese style, man. They don't give a flying fuck. I mean, the Dragon Ball Z hair is the fucking mullet here in the States, man. Everybody's got one.
It's times like that I ask myself, what was Shadow WX to him? Well, good match, though.
One thing I like to say is they slowly build into a climactic finish where the last minute, the psychology was really glorious. It was really... Once again, Keiji Muto shows his genius, his true genius.
Tanahashi went to the well one too many times with his frog splash, which is probably the best in the business. Sorry, Chavo.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Christian, and all you other guys. But Homicide.
But they worked into an insane frenzy. Yeah, and they didn't have to do it fast. They did it up here.
The Shining Wizard was blocked, there was counters, there was blocks, reversals, all the things that kind of bring you in as a fan and
that build
you
up
into
the
impact.
Tanahashi winning the belt off Keiji Muto, and so the torch was passed.
Yeah. You have your work rate, you have your storyline. When they meld, it's a beautiful thing. I will say one of the things that prevented me from giving this a higher score than what I did give it, which was a 7.
I gave it a 7 as well.
Is the fact that, and as I mentioned earlier, it was a theme that ran throughout the show, and it's kind of a disheartening one, a sad one to end on, but some of these guys are getting a little bit too old for my taste.
Yeah.
And Muto
tried to break out a springboard drop kick, and he got up there, but he couldn't move as he got up there. His leg wouldn't prevent him, and I've been in that same position. And it's just like, how long are you gonna destroy your body? I mean, as long as you're still having really good matches, which this was a really good match, I mean, it's not going to diminish your legacy. But when is enough enough?
Yeah, it's a question that begs to be answered.
Just like if Brian was having one too many of these, I would have to take his keys and not let him drive home. I'm sorry, Keiji, but I can't let you drive home. I can't allow that to a friend.
I didn't even start drinking until Team 3D came out.
Thank you for being a friend, Keiji.
Well, fans, thanks for joining us for this video review on Wrestle Kingdom 3.
Yes.
I prefer the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida. But this was nice.
Overall, I give it a 3/4 of a hard dick. You know,
well,
maybe 1/4 of a lip dick, somewhere in between.
You know,
if you were giving an overall, rating of the show, I mean, I'm gonna give it 3/4 erect.
Yeah, I would say.
But one thing I do say,
thumbs up, maybe thumbs in the middle.
I recommend this show because we had a lot of recommendable matches.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the October pay-per-view Destruction.
Yeah.
If you're going to seek out any New Japan pay-per-view that's happened in the past few months, that's the one you want to go with.
Because Giant Bernard was a beast.
Yeah. But this one's really good as well, so I would suggest you should seek out either one of these shows.
It happened on the 4th. We recorded this the 9th of the 5th. It'll be up on the blog within the next couple of days. Yeah. How's that for viewer and reader satisfaction? 2009, before we leave, let's just say 08 was a fantastic year for neverhandover.blogspot.com.
The big bad Bionic Boy's back, baby.
Yes! I want X-Men #1. That's a divergent topic. Last year we broke record, breaking numbers with articles galore. We finished the year strong with Adam's one paragraph. Okay, maybe we didn't finish real strong with Adam's piece, but no offense, but I know you got a good one in you. I'll be looking for it. Anything you want to say? I mean, it's 09.
Chickity check yourself before you Rick Flair yourself.
Baby, I'm talking about it's going to be a good year. I got beers, I got women, and I got a blog spot, baby.
And a blowjay.
Thanks for watching, man. The notes are coming cascading down, as are my pants. You heard it on my computer monitor. You know why? I didn't get Kojima, and I did get a Devon Dudley botch.
Yeah!
Yeah! Thanks for watching.
Yeah!
Whoa! I'll see you at WrestleMania, man.
Oh, I thought we just had it.
Are wigs for real? The Hawks vocabulary.